How would you like a fast, systematic way to get to your next level of life or business so that you get there and stay there without falling backwards? Well, on today's video, I'm going to share 5 steps that will help you get to your next level, and then you can keep using those same 5 steps to get you to climb to each level that you desire. So just like in the game Super Mario Bros., you can't get to level 2 until you beat level 1 first. Well, if you've been stuck in the level of life that you've been experiencing for many months or maybe many years, you're likely going to want to save this video and listen into it many times over so that you can really apply the 5 steps I'm about to share with you to get yourself to that next level way faster and way easier than ever before. And not only that, but stay there. And then now you can climb to the next level much more effectively as well. So before we get started, the reality is you must solve all the problems at your current level, in level 1, let's say, before you can get to level 2. If you haven't solved all the problems effectively, you tend to keep falling back to that stuck point and that block until you can break through it and master it. So the name of the game is you've got to solve all the problems and master the level you're currently on before you can unlock your next level. So step number 1 is to identify your current level. And what that really means is you want to write down all the things going on right now for you in your life and business. And this includes problems, challenges, to-dos on your to-do list, whatever's going on for you right now in your life and business, write it out in the present moment. And let me just give you a quick example. Let's say you just started a new business. Maybe you're a new coach or a new marketer, and you just launched your business for the first time. Well, you're going to be at level 1 in your business. So maybe some of the things you're focused on is how am I going to get more clients? How am I going to make money with this business? Whatever that is right now, write down all the to-dos on your to-do list in regards to that. So once you've written down all the things going on right now currently in your life and business, now step 2 is to identify the charge or how each thing makes you feel. So just like a battery has a positive and a negative, everything has a positive and negative. Well, if things get charged up too much on one side or the other, you can get out of balance pretty easily. And oftentimes we charge ourselves up negatively, especially when we're trying to get to the next level, because we haven't ever done it before. And our brain automatically associates change with risk or bad or negative or a threat, if you will. So our natural tendencies are to charge up things that are new or different with a negative charge or a bad charge or a caution charge because you're unsure, right? So for step 2, you're really just identifying how is each thing on your list of to-dos, if you will, making you feel. And if it's making you feel negative or bad, know that that is heavily contributing to you staying at the level that you're currently at. We have to neutralize all these things. We've got to get rid of the problems on this level before we can get to the next level. So step number 3 is now we want to identify the quality of thinking and the thoughts we're thinking in regards to each of those things going on. So for instance, let's just use the example of you started your new business. Well, let's just say some of the thoughts you're thinking is, I have no money in the bank. I have no clients right now. How will anybody find me or trust me? Why would anyone want to work with me? Like, these are all thoughts you might be thinking when you first launch a new business as a coach, let's say. Or as a marketer, you might be thinking thoughts of like, where am I going to find people to buy my product? Right? How am I going to get this in front of a lot more people? Or I'm tired of bugging my friends and family. Where else am I going to find people? Right? So all of these thoughts are your current level of thinking. And they directly correlate to the current level that you're at right now. So you have to evolve your level of thinking before you can actually evolve to get to your next level. So after you go through the first 3 steps of this process and you've successfully identified the current things going on in your life and business and how they're making you feel, and then even the thoughts that are contributing to how they're making you feel, I want to pause here for a moment and really nail the point home. It's not the experience or the circumstance you're currently experiencing that is actually the problem. It's your thoughts about the experience or circumstance that's actually causing the problem. So you have to fix the way you're thinking about it before anything changes significantly. I hope this makes sense. But truly, having no money in the bank, having no clients, just starting out, those are all experiences or circumstances, but they're not actually the problem. The real problem is the thoughts you're thinking about those things. So now what do we do when we uncover this for ourselves? Well, step number 4 is we're going to switch it from experience to interpretation. So this is where you really step into your true power and you really start to make the shift is you are the creator of your life and business. You are your business, right? So wherever you are on the level of thinking is where your business is going to be on the level of results you're getting. But ultimately you give the meaning to anything going on in your life. You set the intention of where you're going to go regardless of the situation, right? So you just have to fully step into that idea and start to choose to think differently about that situation. In other words, what you're looking to do is neutralize that negative experience with positive thoughts, more empowering thoughts. So let me give you some more quick examples here. If right now you've uncovered that some of the thoughts you're thinking are like, where am I going to find clients for my new business, right? How am I going to make money with this new business? Or how in the world am I going to replace my full-time income with my business? Well, when you try on each of those thoughts, you're going to feel the weight of them. You're going to feel the negative charge of them, right? It's overwhelming almost when you start to think like that. Instead, we want to look at it for what it is. It's just a circumstance, like you just started your business in this case. So, of course, you're not going to have clients come out of thin air, but what could you do to find clients? So, you start to think more positively. So, what we're going to do for step number 4 is what is your new interpretation of where you are right now? You've got to find a new perspective before anything significantly changes. And I've got news for you. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. So, what we're doing right now is an active 5-step process to elevate the level and quality of our thoughts. And once you do this, watch your results shift. Watch you feel 10 times better going after whatever it is you're going after. Watch yourself breeze through the current level you're at and get to your next level. And then you can simply apply this process to get to your next level from there. And so to really maximize and get the most out of this exercise, really pause on step 4 here and identify as many things as you can that are much more empowering in regards to the current situation. And let's just use the example that you don't have any clients right now, and that's your current circumstance or situation. What are 10 to 20 ways that you can realistically find clients? Write them down. Like literally from your level of current thinking and awareness, what are 10 to 20 ways you can find clients right now? And things that you'd be willing to do. That's why I say realistic from your current perspective. Because I could say all sorts of stuff, like you could run ads to find people. But if you're not at that level yet, you're not going to want to run ads and it's going to be too far. It's going to be like level 5 instead of where you are right now, right? So instead, maybe you can reach out to some of the people you know right now. Tell them about the thing that you have, the product that you're selling. And then if that's scary to do, then you could do the same exercise with that sub item or circumstance. So let's just say you're afraid to reach out to people to share your product or service. Well, all right, then, what could you do to get your product in front of these people? Maybe you can ask someone for help and they could reach out. Or maybe you can have an event, make it more fun to share whatever you're doing, right? There's so many different angles and perspectives you can find, but really it doesn't matter. I can give you a million examples, but it's up to you to find what will resonate best for you. The real name of the game of leveling up is to find what you're aligned with and to move forward in that direction. Because if you're not aligned with certain strategies or tactics, then you're not going to want to do them. And it's going to be a struggle for you to actually apply them. Can you apply them? Of course. But if you're not aligned with it, you're just not going to do it. And it's going to be an uphill battle, quite honestly. So what you're trying to do with this exercise is what are the things that do feel good, that you are willing to do, that you are aligned with, that you do resonate with, that you are willing to do, that is not too far outside of your comfort zone. And as you uncover those things and you start to move in that direction, you get to your level much faster and more effectively. And last but certainly not least, step number 5 is what is the identity of that next level of yourself? Who do you need to become in order to get to that next level? Right? You have to be a person who has solved all your current level's problems. So what does that actually look like? Right? And there's a perspective and a mindset shift I really want to share with you for this one that'll help slingshot you to your next level pretty quickly. And it's this idea that every breakthrough is preceded by a breakdown. Before you can build the next building on your land, you have to demo the building that's currently there, right? And get rid of all that stuff. In other words, you got to break down the current level in order to build up the next level. Sometimes you can keep different parts of level 1 and build upon them to get to level 2, but oftentimes you have to demo the whole thing and rebuild it from a whole new structure or perspective. But essentially, the setbacks that have kept you stuck in level one or wherever you are right now are actually the setups for a comeback. And the bigger the setback, the bigger the comeback. So know that wherever you are in your life or business or with your health, even, if you've been set back pretty good, know that you can always come back bigger, better, faster, stronger, healthier, more capable, more abundant. Wherever you are in your life, you can always come back. It's like a slingshot from a setback to a comeback, from your breakdown to your breakthrough. That's what every next level demands is a new level of you. And so that's what you're uncovering with this 5-step process. You identify your current level, how it's making you feel right now. You calm it and neutralize it. What you're really doing actually is you are calming your central nervous system. You are acclimating yourself to the level that you're at and beyond. Until you do that effectively, until you can really truly acclimate to this level that you're at right now, you won't be able to get to your next level. You'll keep falling back, and life will keep presenting, and business will keep presenting opportunities for you to deal with and neutralize those negative charges and feelings that you're feeling. Well, when you truly start to take the reins of your thoughts and own and take full responsibility that you are the creator of your life and business and reality here, well, you now can interpret and give the meaning that will actually serve you to get to your next level. In other words, you can think and believe whatever it is that you want to from this point forward in regards to any circumstance or experience that you've been experiencing. So let's just say up until now you've been broke and you've had no money in the bank. Well, now instead of that negatively charging you up, you now can interpret that differently and show up to that circumstance or problem from a more powerful state. You can start to ask better quality questions. All right, what are 10, 20, 30 more effective ways to make money in my business? What are more ways I can automate the process of making money and remove myself and human error right from it? What could I do to work smarter, not harder? What could I do to work more efficiently or to utilize and leverage my time way more effectively? Right? Maybe I could record videos, or maybe I can create a piece of content or a course that is evergreen and it lives on forever. And I could just bring people to that. There are so many paths to get you to your next level, but it's first understanding what's blocking you from it and then neutralizing it to allow you to get to the next level. That's really what we're doing here with this 5-step process is we are starting to neutralize the perceived problems we've been facing in our life. We're acclimating ourselves so that we're solving those problems 10 times easier. And once you master that level, just like in Mario in the very beginning of this video, once you master your level, now you breeze right through it. Like, think about it. When you mastered level 1 of Mario, you could go through it in like 10 seconds, whereas it used to take you like 3 minutes to get through the entire level, right? Now you breeze right through it, 10 seconds, you're at the flagpole there, you jump on it and you win, and then you get to level 2. Maybe you breeze through level 2 and now you're at level 3. That's exactly what we're doing here. Is we're solving for the problems that are at our current level so that they're no longer problems. And once you solve that, the bigger the problems you solve, the more success you will experience. The most successful people have figured out how to solve their biggest problems in their life and business. And they're helping people solve even bigger problems in the marketplace, and or they're doing it even faster or more effectively than everybody else. And that's how you really level up in business, quite honestly, is if you can solve people's problems and do it better and faster than your competitors, guess what? You're going to succeed. Because I got news for you. Lots of people out there doing the same exact thing. It's just that the people that are helping people solve their problems faster or easier are winning more. So there you have it. Those are the 5 main steps. And I'll actually summarize them really quick for you here. Step number 1 is you want to identify your current level of life or business, and write down all the things currently going on in your life. Number 2 is we want to identify the charge for each item. In other words, how does each item make you feel? And if a lot of the items are overwhelming you, making you feel bad, anxious, fearful, whatever that looks like, identify that. And then step number 3 is identify the quality of thinking in relation to each of those items. Because it's not the circumstance that's causing you to feel negative, it's your thoughts about it. It's the meaning you're currently giving it. Number 4 is a perspective shift from experience to interpretation, where you're literally changing the way you're looking at that circumstance now. And where you start to step into your full power on step number 4, and you start to give a new meaning and a new perspective around that current experience or circumstance. And then step number five is what's the identity of the next level version of yourself, right? Who do you have to become in order to get to your next level and stay there? You've got to become a person who's solved all the problems and has mastered your current level. And remember, your breakthrough is going to be preceded by a breakdown. And the bigger the setback you've been experiencing, the bigger the comeback you can experience as well as a result. So there you have it. That's the five-step process to get you to your next level of business and life. And if you really enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And please consider liking this video and share it with anyone else that you might think could benefit from this as well. We're all on this personal growth journey together. And my hope is that my videos and my community here that we're building are really helping you break through your current level of mindset so you can get to your next level much easier. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you and your support. It means the world to me. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video.